Warren Buffett is a respected financial backer. He's renowned for making the vast majority of his fortune from only stocks. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Elon Musk land. He was once the most extravagant man on the planet, yet he's tumbled down to the number 5th spot with a total assets of around 118 billion bucks. He's as of late underlined that Tesla is yet to encounter blasting development. Then again, Elon Musk, the electric vehicle organization chief, as of late ridiculed Warren Buffett for being less fortunate than he is anyway. He did this playfully, so there was no offense at all. Norsk was in any event recommending that Warren ought to purchase a stake in his electric vehicle organization for him to make up for lost time. Strangely sufficient, the tycoon answered Musk in a meeting where he expressed that he doesn't underestimate Tesla by any stretch of the imagination, yet he, as a matter of fact, appreciates him and his organization. This is in spite of the way that he's not a financial backer in Tesla himself. Or rather, can anyone explain why he appreciates Tesla, yet he's not a financial backer of the organization himself? Stay blocked to figure it out. Warren Buffett is the president of Berkshire Hathaway Consolidated. He's one of the world's most famous and highly regarded financial backers. Then again, Tesla Consolidated is one of Wall Street's most competitive wagers. Buffett's procedure includes a worth money management methodology for the market. He tried to stay away from high net worth organizations that had high benefit products. As of December 2019, Berkshire Hathaway possessed around 1.57 billion bucks worth of GM stock. GM is the proprietor of Chevrolet, Cadillac, and a lot more. One thing that is fascinating to note, by the way, is that GM has burned through a great deal of money on creating electric vehicles and is set to match Tesla sooner rather than later. Anyway, there has not been any tendency towards putting resources into Tesla stock from Buffett to date. One thing to note, however, is that this isn't totally demonstrative of the extremely rich person's opinion on Tesla engines and the fate of their portions. GM is a fantastic stock decision for esteemed financial backers like Smorgasbord. Buffett is for the most part known for adhering to firms that he knows and comprehends. Throughout the course of recent years, Buffett's ventures have claimed differing measures of stocks in the car organization anyway, since Tesla is still in the extravagance car classification and its net edges are about 2 times as high as GM's. Besides, when Tesla at last increases the assembling and creation of additional reasonable Model 3 models, the net edges are supposed to shrivel. Tesla is one of the top development stocks out there. This is even with the way that its stock costs are projected to have more reliable and consistent development in the future, primarily due to the general business techniques that the organization is taking on. Tesla stock has had a ton of ups and downs with a lot more highs than lows, truth be told, and in any event, for the most bad to the bone wall road examination, it's demonstrated that it's hard to anticipate. This has been demonstrated multiple times when the brand reliably beat the majority of the wall road gauges. The organization's development changes are very obvious in its stock, which completed at $766.37 on walk 14th. This was somewhere near 36 from the year's high, which was predominantly arrived at in January 3rd, the main day of exchanging 2022. The recently opened Bill Embed held a function on March 22nd to remember its most memorable conveyances. On this day, Tesla stock costs started to get back to normal in around 3 weeks, and shares rose emphatically, recovering the greater part of the misfortunes experienced during the initial 10 weeks of the year. This ascent has prodded Tesla into pronouncing that it will request that its investors endorse a subsequent stock split. Tesla's now figured out how to book a sad industry pattern by which its general creation has been especially dialed back by a lack of microchips and different parts. In view of this, the offers have expanded by beyond twofold since the organization's underlying split in August 2020. Most would agree that Tesla isn't Warren's favorite decision, but what does he really consider? The car brand, there's been a ton of fascinating communication among Buffett and Musk from one viewpoint. As of late, Musk answered a Twitter string that guaranteed that Musk was more than Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, the prime supporters of Microsoft. Musk even kidded that maybe Buffett ought to put resources into Tesla. As per Forbes Tycoon's list, the Tesla and SpaceX presidents have accumulated a total of around 219 billion bucks. This is practically twofold that of Berkshire Hathaway chief Warren Buffett's 118 billion bucks. Buffett's recently lauded Musk as a magnificent individual anyway. He's likewise expressed that he has a ton of opportunity to get better, and he ought to be sensible with regards to tweeting despite the fact that Musk has recently labeled Buffett He likewise admitted that he isn't smorgasbord's most diehard follower, his inquiry Buffett's generous granddad qualities, and, surprisingly, called overseeing assets across Berkshire an exhausting position when gotten some information about Buffett's idea of monetary modes for long-haul upper hands. For example, a notable brand and protected innovation during a profit bring in 2018 Tesla president Elon Musk answered by calling it idiotic. Rather, Musk guarantees that an organization's pace of development is the main sign of its seriousness. We can plainly see this from how Musk runs Tesla, for which he has gotten analysis from many individuals. As per Buffett, Elon Musk might turn the world on its head in more than one area. The financial backer likewise suggested Tesla's virtuoso, as he conceded that cutthroat advancement isn't his kind of thing. Despite the fact that he is a customary financial backer, it wouldn't be shrewd to wager against Tesla or Elon Musk out and out. One thing that Buffett anticipated accurately was that Elon Musk can turn the world on its head. That is on the grounds that this year alone Tesla deals were supposed to increment much more, given the way that the organization has now made 2 extra processing plants ready. As per Tesla, ought to have the option to reach and show a pace of around 2 million vehicles to the furthest limit of December anyway, despite the fact that the entire year all out for 2022 alone probably won't meet those numbers. The brand will in any case arrive at amazing levels. In 2021 alone, Tesla sold around 936,000 vehicles, with deals in the final quarter pushing the year-end run rates to around $1.2 million. Tesla has as of late opened its Gigafactory in Austin, Texas, denoting an incredible step in the right direction in the organization's for some time postponed plans to start the creation of the electric digital truck. Notwithstanding that Tesla has additionally as of late held a digital rodeo to recognize the opening, around 15,000 individuals were welcome to partake in the unrecorded music and eat the food sources as they gave proper respect to Elon Musk at his firm loaded with only energy. Musk said they are genuinely entering another period of Tesla's future. He likewise proceeded to say that they required a region where they could pull out all the stops and that Texas was the best spot up until this point. This is the organization's 4th production line in the U.S. They have a plant in Vermont, California, a battery office in Sparks, Nevada, and the sunlight-based production line in Bison, New York. The kickoff of this 4th one was such an accomplishment, which came only 2 years after Musk reported that Austin would be the area for Tesla's new stuff plant. This was likewise under a year after the firm formally moved its central command from California to Texas. This new giga manufacturing plant, said to build the limit of Tesla in the U.S., was recently restricted by space imperatives. In 2018, the firm broadly positioned a tent external to the office in Vermont, California, to satisfy the model's propagation objectives. Musk likewise guaranteed at the time that the organization's assembling in California was at that point blasting at the creases. Tesla is supposed to deliver its most memorable quarter marketing projections any day now. Concerning the projections of its worldwide deals, they're supposed to be comparative in the 308,000 auto mark that was sold in the final quarter. This could have a 67 increment over the primary quarter of 2021, which would likewise be a sharp difference to the vehicle business. All in all, as per Edmunds and Cox Card, new vehicle deals in the U.S. are hypothesized to drop by 15 from a year prior. This is primarily brought about by the absence of provisions, and the record high deals of significance is that the securities exchange is an expectant framework that implies that the stock costs mirror the financial backer's agreement and assumptions at some random time. Most significant automakers, remembering that GM, for which Berkshire Hathaway as of now has a stake, has conveyed and is supposed to sell ostensibly evaluated electric vehicles soon. The most conceivable opportunities for Warren's situation at GM are a result of the organization's Hughes Modern Foundation. With the assistance of the assembling foundation, GM has the capacity to convey that equipment in the U.S. alone. 12 powertrain manufacturing plants, 6 metal habitats, and 4 part holding focuses, 1 tooling focus, and 1 battery gathering office, as well as plants in China and 4 get-together plants in Mexico and Canada separately. Despite the fact that Tesla's modern foundation is not even close to every one of this, the 2 monster organizations have supported their wagers on various structures anyway. It is very evident that there were a few similitudes and procedures that demonstrate that both these organizations are not as far separated, however conjectured at first, even as Tesla and its stock may be showing improvement over most different expectations around here of tight supplies. It is very consistent that most financial backers like Warren Buffett anticipate that Tesla should continue becoming as per a portion of the specialists the organization has recently started, and it has first column seats later on that we are going to advance into. Musk has certainly demonstrated to the Berkshire Hathaway financial backer and the monetary world that development is the main sign of an organization's intensity, yet the inquiry presently is the way far do you think Tesla stocks will go? Let us in on down underneath, and keeping in mind that you're still here, feel free to tap on one of these two recordings.